Where's how everybody, and welcome to yet another video. Well then, my dear friends, first and foremost, I have to thank you, all of you who have expressed your gratitude and who have left some nice words in the comment sections in some of my latest videos for speaking out and defending Professor Tolkien's legacy. Not only Tolkien's legacy, but, like standing for the finer things, for mostly one source material or another when in 2024 and in the last couple of years, as a matter of fact, the adaptations haven't been as good as they used to be. This is what I do on this channel. I'm honest. And that's one of the things that I want to talk about today, because some of the other comments and then specifically in the video that I uploaded yesterday, which was pointing out the fact that the YouTuber called the Nerd of the Rings hasn't been really honest with his audiences and has been kind of jumping from praising the Rings of Power, and then the Shut Up agreement expired and he started to be more critical about it, and then not, and then he had Patrick McCain, JD Payne on his channel defending the kiss that Elrond gave to Galadriel, things like that. I just see these people, and the Tolkien professor as well, Corey Olsen, who said that there is no Tolkien canon, and I'm like, what? So each and every time I see something like that, I can't shut up. I am the guy who can't shut up on YouTube. This is a hobby of mine. I'm a teacher, I've got a day job, on top of that I'm a freelance editor of encyclopedias. I do publish, poetry in the Czech Republic. So, but other than that, I'm a very simple man. I'm an ordinary fella. I've never fallen into this big YouTuber thing nonsense, precisely because I'm too honest. I couldn't be one of those people who just follow algorithm and say whatever, it's whatever it is fitting at the present moment that I say, that brings the most attention. And I also want to address some of the comments that people have left in those two videos that I published recently in the last couple of days, about Corey Olsen and Nerd of the Rings. And a lot of people were like, oh golly, I used to watch the lore videos by Nerd of the Rings, and then I found out how he praised the Rings of Power, and apparently, I don't know, I don't really follow him. I watch what people send me, but I've never even seen any lore video, so I don't know what to imagine under that term. This is precisely what I want to talk about. So people have been saying, I love to watch his lore videos, they had very nice production value, but then when I found out he is a spineless piece of donkey manure, I stopped, and I'm like, well, what are you missing exactly? This is just a recommendation of mine, because, as I said, I'm a very simple guy. I am an old-fashioned fella. A lot of people who know me in real life, they say, gee, you're very old-fashioned. I mean, I don't do well with like gadgets, electronic gadgets, with technology. I mean, I can use it. I can use a computer. I need it in my job, right? And everybody needs phones today, unfortunately. But it's like everything for like highly practical purposes. And then I think I'll have to get Kindle like very soon, because something, and this is all part of one topic. It's fascinating. I've been reading Warhammer 40k and Warhammer 30k ferociously for the last 3 months. Is that new thing that I got into. I am now, and like forever, like a Warhammer 40k fanatic, having read about 10 or 11 books so far. And so they are always out of print, those older editions. And so I suppose I'll need to get Kindle to get some of them digitally. But other than that, I'm a very old-fashioned fellow, which means I don't really watch like YouTubers or YouTube lore videos, because I just want to experience it for myself. And I suggest you do that as well. You don't need lore videos. Now, I understand that it might look nice when somebody puts the work in they narrate it nicely, you know, with some sort of nice narrative voice, and they put like flashing images on the screen, and they name it in an interesting way, like 10 things you didn't know about Galadriel that will make you go what, and things like that. I'm like, it's just that's like precisely the reason why I don't do these videos. This is not like, yeah, I call myself European Law because the idea originally was that I wanted to defend the stories that originally originated in Europe. And if you look at my channel, most of them is that. And so even the bloody Warhammer 40k, you know, Games Workshop originated in Britain. So I'm very much pro-European. I'm like European to the core of my soul. So that's why I call this channel like this, and I think I'm sticking to it. But one of the appeals of not watching law videos and just going for the actual source is the sensation of discovery. Now, is there a better feeling than to slowly, gradually know more and more and more and more as far as, you know, your given subject matter is concerned? Now we are talking about like Tolkien lore videos, for example. Is it really that difficult to go and read a book or listen to an audiobook? Because almost all of them have been narrated so far. Like The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, The Unfinished Tales. So if you're not into reading, or if you don't have time for reading, just pop in an audiobook, listen to it. The good old style, you know, telling stories. And I mean, yes, it is more appealing today, in today's fast world where we want to get everything as soon as possible and in a as simple way as possible to just get it immediately and get it now. And it like is the case with everything, right? We want streaming services because we want instantly to be able to watch something. We have fast food because we want the food now, and we want a lot of it. And you know, we watch TikTok more and more and more. I've never even looked at TikTok, but you know, like the fast content now, immediately. And I'm like, oh, then those streaming services, some of them are releasing like all episodes at once. And I'm like, this robs us of all adventure in life as far as entertainment goes. So as far as my own, because I'm in your shoes right now. So for example, let's say there is somebody in my audience watching this right now who has never read any of the Tolkien books. I think that there are very few people watching my videos who are like that. I mean, because I know that most of my audience like have read all the books. But I also know that the vast majority of the people that watch my videos are very clever, very intelligent people. There is the occasional nitwit, but you always ignore the fly on the windshield, don't you? Just swipe it off. But the majority, like the 90% to 95% of people commenting in like my videos, very clever, educated, very intelligent people. It should be a piece of cake for you to just go and read a book. And I'm in a very similar set of or pair of shoes right now, as far as Warhammer. So I've started 3 months ago, and during that time I've been able to read, what was it, like the Eisenhorn Omnibus, which contains like 4 novels and 4 short stories, 4 parts of the Horus Heresy, and I've been able to read like 2 Dark Angels novels already. I have flipped through Lexicanum, which is like the internet Wikipedia of the Warhammer 40k universe, and I flipped through it and I got to know some information like about the Primarchs and stuff. And then I realized, yeah, it would be much more fun if I just could read some of the codexes or some of the novels, or just so I'm just, you know, gathering them. If I can't get something like the 3rd edition of Warhammer 40k, you know, like the rule book, the codex, well, yeah, I mean, these things came out ages ago, so I just, you know, like get them on the internet. So, but the good thing about all this is that you can get all you want with the internet. So it's like the double-edged sword. You can get the proper kind of entertainment. You can get the proper way to get to that kind of knowledge that you want to acquire, thanks to the internet. You can't get something in print, well, just download it. Instead of just going to YouTube and watching 10 minutes of some fella just speaking down to me as if I was a dummy. Because it seems to me that most of these law videos that I haven't watched, like, might have watched like 2 halves, and in both instances, and I'm not even sure, it was like I started a couple and I felt like they were speaking down to me, and I'm like, you're not gonna speak down to me. I'm gonna read it by myself, right? Because people have also been recommending me, like, oh, check out this Warhammer 40k channel. This guy makes great law videos. And I'm like, no, thank you. Thank you very much. No, I'm good with the books. So, but then again, tastes differ. We are not the same. Some of you might have troubles, finding time to read. Some of you might, have problems with attention, maybe, who knows. In that case, if there is no other way, yeah, fine. You do you. Watch law videos. It's just my suggestion as an old-fashioned style of guy. The old fart. Actually, a young old fart. Recommending you to go and read books. It's good for you. It's good for you to read in books, Johnny. Alright, so let me know in the comments down below what you think. That will be all. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.